Good morning, everyone, as you are all logging on. Here we go. Welcome, guys. Welcome to boot camp. Just setting up the fancy new tripod that we got here. And getting Instagram started, and then we will, ooh, that was not pretty. Need a filter up here. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. Good morning again. Welcome, guys. Welcome to boot camp. My name is Amelia. We're gonna rock and roll today with a little mix of strength, cardio, and core training. If you guys have some type of resistance like dumbbells, plates, bottles, household items, a dog, a cat, maybe both, whatever it is that you have, go ahead and grab those as we will be using them in the first portion of our workout today. If you don't, no worries. We can just do body weight for that strength training. And build resistance using the muscles in our body and nothing else. So that being said, as my mother always loves when I'm tying my shoes at the start of these videos, morning Meredith, we'll get started here. So guys, clear space around you in the room and make sure, as we move through this, listen to your bodies, move in a way that feels good for you. If you need modifications, this hasn't really happened much throughout the, hi Kelly, hi Anna, through the live streaming that we've been doing. But if there's a move that I throw in there that you guys need an option for, hi Laurie, ooh, excuse me. I feel like everyone else had really terrible allergies like right at the beginning of quarantine. And now all of a sudden mine are starting to give me trouble. I also got scolded by the pharmacy yesterday because they called and asked me if I needed a refill of my asthma medication, and I said no, and they were like, well, why not? Are you not taking it? I was like, maybe not exactly the way I'm supposed to be. Anyway, guys, so again, light weights, clear some space. What I was saying before I got distracted, if you guys need options, feel free to pop in the comments and throw up a question, and I'm happy to sort of run and keep an eye on those and give you those options as you need them. All right, guys, so warm up, we're going to go through 3 rounds, and we have 4 different movements that are going to progress through the warm up. So if you've got your Apple Watch, Fitbit, whatever it might be, go ahead and make sure you start your workout. I've had people ask before what I do for boot camp. I usually do cross training. I don't know if that's right, wrong, in between, but that's what I use. So, all right, guys, on the spot, just start a nice, easy jog. Relax the arms. Lift through your chest. Start to breathe. And let's get the body warm. We're going to spend about 30 seconds in each move. And again, 3 rounds, 4 moves in the warm-up. All right, guys, next move, we've got an easy little jump jack. So just start with the legs. Take the feet out and in. Try to get your heels down onto the floor as you are jumping. If you don't, want to jump, you can sit the hips back and tap the feet side to side. Again, just starting with that focus on the lower body. We'll bring the upper body in as we progress through. All right, guys, set the feet. We start with some squats. Just easy down and up. Pushing the heels down into the floor, squeezing the glutes through as you stand tall. And maybe start to push a little lower into the range. Keeping the chest lifted, knees pressing wide. Couple more seconds here, guys, then we're going to head to the floor. All right, guys, come on down to the floor. start with some push-ups. I'm going to flip the camera here or adjust the camera here because there we go. Hands narrow, hands wide, knees or toes, guys. It's just the warm-up. So start in on those push-ups. Spread the fingers, brace the belly. Smooth and even. Couple more seconds. All right, guys, make your way back up to stand. Round two. We're gonna switch that jog to a high knee run. So brace the abs, lean the chest back, try to get the knees to hip height, light tap on the floor with the feet. And again, if you don't like the run, high knee march, right on the spot. Couple more seconds there, guys. All right, we come back to the jacks, but we start to add the arms. Now, what I want you to do, guys, here is push your elbows to the side of the room so you start to wake up in those shoulders. So a little bit of resistance, like you're pushing something up on the outside of your arm. Getting the arms involved is going to start to get the heart rate a little bit higher because we're pushing blood in all directions now. 10 more seconds here. All right, team, back to the squat. Now, two options to build. You can move to a squat calf raise or a little squat jump. So if you're taking the jump or the calf raise, as you lift up, try to pull the glutes all the way through so we don't keep that little pooch in the low back. We want to stand tall and squeeze everything through. So even if you're just taking the calf raise, if you're jumping, we want to lift and extend. All right, guys, we're going to come back to the floor. Push up again. But this time we add a reach forward. So push up and then extend the arm ahead of you. This is going to start to work a little more into the top and front of the shoulders. If you need to come to tabletop, come to tabletop, but try to keep the weight forward in the upper body. Don't put all your weight back here, because then you really ain't doing a whole lot of anything. Whoop. 5 more seconds, and then we're up for round 3. All right, guys, come on up. Last one, we're moving to fast feet. So quick, short, sharp steps. And make sure, guys, when you are doing fast feet or ladder runs, anything in that agility realm, actively pick up the feet. So you shouldn't just be like, like shuffling along the floor. You want to take actual steps every time you move. Brace the belly, relax the upper body. All right, guys, back to our jacks. This time, arms go all the way overhead, making a little circle. Sort of, that's not a very good circle. Where's the circle? There's a circle, but that's not what we're doing. So a circle around the upper body. And then we can start to warm up into the back as we pull the elbows in towards the ribs. 10 more seconds, guys. Now we're going to progress our squat. So we go to a squat burpee. So squat, plank, squat, and stand. This is not about going super hard. I just edited myself because I was going to say something that I'm like, I don't know if that's really appropriate to say in a corporate sponsored video on the internet for all to see. Use your imagination. That's what I was going to tell you not to do. So brace the abs as you jump back to the plank, and then hit those 2 squats. So we're still warming up through the low body. All right, everybody come down to the floor and stay. Our last upper body warm-up set. We've got 1 push-up, mountain climber. Push-up, 1, 2. If you need to, push up on the knees, lift up for the mountain climbers. We're gonna go for 15 more seconds. 15 more. More. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, that's the warm-up. Now, for our first section, strength training. This is where if you have some type of resistance, you're gonna wanna grab it. So again, plates, dumbbells, bottles, whatever household item you might have, cans, it's all good. I just gotta grab mine here real quick. All right, guys, so what we have is a strength sequence. We have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 6 moves. We are doing 10 reps each, and we are aiming to get through 4 rounds of those moves. We are putting 15 minutes on the timer, so you move through at your own pace. So to show you real quick, our first move, we squat, lunge back 90 degrees, squat, lunge back 90 degrees, stand, and lift to a calf raise. So again, squat, lunge, squat, stand, calf raise. That's 1 rep. You're doing 10. And for the weights, if you have them, you can hold them at the sides. You can stack them at the collarbone for that one. Then next round, or next move, excuse me, we have narrow row, wide row. So palms face together, elbows scrape the ribs. Then palm space behind you, elbows pull wide. 1 rep, we go for 10. Next, we've got a lunge to a front kick. So again, weights are just gonna kind of hang out. We step back, we lift the knee, extend through the quad, and then return. Not that slow. I want you to actually move through. Not a crazy fast pace, but a little bit of a cardio pace. 10 on one, 10 on the other. Then front to lateral raise. So soften through the knees, palms face the thigh. We lift up, open, come back, and reset. So working through multi-dimensions of the shoulders. As you guys lift, arms just come to shoulder height, no higher. And then as we open wide, stay slightly ahead of the torso, and then reset. Then lateral lunge, back leg stays straight, bend into the outside knee, and then push back together, 10 on each leg. And last move, we're coming to the floor for tricep push-ups. If you don't want to do push-ups, we are doing overhead extensions. So overhead extensions are here, palms will face the middle. We're pressing away, tricep push-ups, you're coming down, hands are narrow, elbows push back behind you. All right, guys, so 10 reps of each. We're going for 4 rounds. 15 minutes is the time that you have. So let me get the timer started. First move again is that squat, lunge, calf raise. 10 reps, 15 minutes starts. 3, 2, 1, go. So again, we start with the squat, keeping feet hip distance, step back to a 90-90 lunge, come back to the squat, switch legs, back to the squat, stand, and lift. Then again, whoop, squat first, lunge back, squat, lunge, squat, calf raise. Ooh, both my ankles just cracked. So guys, make sure when you're stepping back, you're still hitting 90-90. Shoulders are above the hips. I don't want you stepping back to a runner's lunge. I want you in that full, I don't know, 90-90 lunge. I'm like, wait, if it's not a runner's lunge, what is it? And you can move at your own pace. If you're ahead of me, you're like, stop talking, Amelia, let me work. The next move you guys are doing is that narrow to wide row. When you do that calf raise, squeeze your glutes. Everything pulls through to the front. I think that's 10. If you guys are already moving through, after your narrow row to wide row is your lunge front kick. In that narrow to wide row, spine is long, belly button pulls in, and we are squeezing between the shoulder blades the whole time. And as we lift the elbows, whether it's in or out, we're trying to increase tension. Never do we lose the tension in the upper back through this move. All right, guys, then lunge to front kick. So again, stepping back, still trying to find that 90-90, using the core and quad to lift and pull through. And then that front leg is gonna fire in the glute to lift you up off the floor. 10 on one, 10 on the other. And then after that, you've got your front to lateral raise for your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, keep that lifted posture, up, out, in, and down. Move with control, guys. Make sure you're not swinging through any of that shoulder work. Soft through the knees, belly braced. And after this is your lateral lunge. Lateral lunge. Make sure as you step out, if you've got weights in your hands, don't worry about getting those towards the floor. Just let them kind of hang out, chill out. Worry about pushing your glutes back and down. When you step back in, you are using the bent leg, the outer heel, to propel you back to the middle. I like staying on one leg to really get that muscle firing, and then switch. Once you're done your lunges, last one is tricep push-ups, or if you don't want to do push-ups, overhead extensions. Tricep push-ups can happen on the knees, on the toes. If you want to come to tabletop, fold the forearms down towards the floor and then push through the heel of the hand to extend into the tricep. I have like a phantom hair that I can feel on the back of my hand, but I can't find it. So again, guys, fold back, push through is your tabletop option for tricep press-ups. Or on the knees, or on the toes. And then back to your squat lunge, lunge, calf raise. 4 rounds is what we're aiming for, guys. We are currently at 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So, as you get comfortable with the moves, don't be afraid to pick up the pace a little bit. As you step back in that lunge, there's another one. Yeah, make sure you are still stepping back hip distance. Don't start to cross onto that tight rope. Tight rope? No, tight rope. Keep the feet hip distance for balance and stability. After the squat lunge, narrow to wide row. So on the narrow row, focus on the lats. On the wide row, feel it lift a little more into the upper back. After this, lunge to front kick. So again, long, low step back. Use the quad and the hip flexor to lift up and push through. Front to lateral raise. Soft knees. As you move in and out of the lateral portion, feel that push and pull on either side of the shoulder. And then lateral lunge. So nice wide, long step. Keeping that back leg straight, guys, is key to getting the work of the lateral lunge. So those of you that have been tuning in weekly, a couple weeks ago, I did something to my quad in the middle of a boot camp, and it's still bothering me. And I keep thinking like, oh, why is this not getting better? And then I'm like, wait a minute. It's because I am not resting. I'm not recovering. I'm still working it. I'm still pushing it. So a lot of times, guys, do as your group fitness instructors say, not necessarily always as we do. And last move, guys, is your tricep push-ups or overhead extensions. Again, make sure the grip is narrow. Elbows are driving back behind. Back to the top. Round 3 for me. We got 5.5 minutes left. I'm also struggling because my carpet keeps sliding out from under me. And for those of you that have been asking, I'm sure Otis the Pit Bull will return earlier in this workout than in previous weeks because he is not a summer dog. Whew! Last night my husband and I took him for a walk. Definitely thought I was going to have to carry his 80-pound butt back to the house because he kept laying down and not wanting to continue walking. Luckily, we coaxed him back with the promise of some cookies, which then he didn't want to eat when we got home because he was too hot. And this is a dog who in the winter can do like 8-9 miles, 3 hours, 4 hours, no problem. Barely made it a mile in 30 minutes last night. Whew. In this hinged position, team, make sure you are bracing through the core to support your spine. And that hinge is important because that's when it that is going to help get the work into the back of the body. Gravity is an amazing thing if you let it do what it's supposed to do. Lunge front kick after you rose. Get back nice and low. See if in between every kick you can drop back to that parallel front thigh. So that way both sides are getting challenged in this move. Woo! Definitely didn't hit that 90 on that last one. Front to lateral. And then lateral lunge. We got 2.5 minutes. I don't think I'm going to finish round 4 on my end, but I'm going to get as far as I can. If you finish round 4, you can continue, roll into round 5, or you can pause and take a slightly longer recovery. And guys, recovery is not a bad thing. Now we don't want to get completely cold, but if you let your heart rate come down and then spike it again, that's actually going to get a little bonus calorie burn in there. Part of the magic of HIIT training, which this is not, but it still applies a little bit. I also just realized my door is unlocked. One minute to go. Last 15 seconds, guys. All right, and that is time. So, you can put your weights away. We are now moving into our cardio section. So this one's going to be a little more broken up. We are still working for 15 minutes, but we are going in 3-minute increments, and we are going through 2 times. So your first moves, or your first round, 2 alternating moves for that 3 minutes. First one, we've got 10 drop squats, out and in. Then 10 speed jacks. If you don't want to jump on the drop squats, step out and in, right and left. And speed jacks, if you don't like the impact, you can do fast feet instead. Or up on the toes, quick steps out and in to take that jump out. So again, guys, 10 drop squats, 10 speed jacks on repeat for 3 minutes. So this is gonna feel a little bit more, as I just said, we weren't doing hip training, a little bit more like hip training. So you can approach these 3 minutes one of two ways. You can either try to find more of an endurance pace for those two moves that you can maintain consistently for 3 minutes, or you can try to max out in short bursts and then recover. Because we are doing this for 15 minutes in each of the stations, I would maybe lean a little bit more towards the endurance, or if you do take that more HIIT style option where you max out and then recover within the 3 minutes, don't do that for all 5 sets. Because that's a really long time to try and maintain that level of intensity when we're already doing work on either side of it. So that's just a little strategy for you. First 3 minutes are gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So again, 10 drop squats, out and in. When you jump out, keep the chest up, the heels come down, and then we'll clean. If you're I don't know, do they use clean in gymnastics? If you're a cheerleader, we come to the middle before we drop back out. And then hands up, fast feet 10 times out and in. And then drop squat again. Good news, guys, that was only 30 seconds and I stopped to talk. And then speed jacks, hands up. On the drop squat, guys, the out is the slow portion. Give yourself time to sink into that squat, engage all the muscles. The middle part is where we want to be quick. So out, in, out, in, out. So if any of you are musically inclined, it's a little syncopated. Halfway, guys, minute and a half to go. Don't you jump up in front of that computer. Don't you do it. All right, you didn't do it exactly. Guys, on the speed jacks, make sure as you are moving out and in from the hips. A lot of times when I see people doing this, I see knees kind of staying more towards the midline, and you almost look knock-kneed or pigeon-toed. Make sure you're engaging the outer thighs and glutes and moving that whole leg out and in, not just letting the feet lead. Hopefully you can notice that difference. 30 seconds to go, guys. Last 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. All right, guys, next one. Next two movements. 30 high knees. Right and left is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you don't want to run, march. Brace the abs. Focus on height, guys. We have, not entirely true, but we have more speed work in the feet later. So I want you in this round to really try to get the knees to hip height, more so than going super, super fast. Move 2, rock star jumps. Hi, buddy. So rock star jumps, guys. So we're flipping from the front of the body to the back of the body. So we squat down, kick the heels up towards the glutes. 10 of those. So 30 high knees, 30 rock star, or 30, woo, that'd be rough. 30 high knees, 10 rock star jumps. In 3, 2, 1, go. So high knees, belly brace, chest up. Once you've done 30, then 10 rock stars. Back of the body. Squat, lift up. If you don't want to jump, squat and then lift the heel. 10 of those, then we're back to the high knees. Oh good, my Facebook just ended. What happened? I don't know if Facebook, you can still hear me. But I just got a notice that says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. I don't know what that means. Woo! It looks like it's still transmitting. Oh boy. Facebook's still here. Okay, cool. Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Kelly. Oh, you can see me too. Weird. Still here. Okay, weird. Well, keep going, guys, because you got a minute 15. I don't know why it's not showing me, but that's good that you guys can still hear and see me. I just can't see myself, which I only need to so I know that you guys can see me. But we're still doing the same thing, so that's good. You got 1 minute left of these high knees and rock star jumps. Thanks for checking in, guys. But now, get back to work. Last 45 seconds in this round. Seconds. Why are you so itchy, huh? What's going on? Okay. 5 seconds left. All right, guys, hold. Round 3. Ladder runs, and then a long jump. So ladder runs, quick feet, out and in. You're going for 10. Then we've got a long jump forward, and then fast feet to the back. You're going for 5. So this one we're gonna flip a bit quicker. So 10 ladder runs, out, in. 5 long jumps forward, fast feet back. And use whatever room you've got for that long jump, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. Ladder runs, out and in. And then big long jump forward, land softly, and fast feet to the back, 10 times. Otis is laying in my normal long jump spot, so we'll just be super careful here. When you jump, guys, squeeze the hips through so your glutes are propelling you forward. Land in that squat, and then try to keep that squat as you push back. Whoop! And then back to the ladder run. Otis, could you pick a different section of floor to lay on? Come here, bud. There we go. Thanks, bud. You want to jump? Okay. It's more when I get on the floor that you cause trouble, buddy. All right, guys, a minute left, a minute left. See if you can increase the distance in your ladder run. So when you step out, try to go wider, but then still come all the way back to the middle when you step in. 30 seconds left. Last 15, guys, last 15. Whoop. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause, breathe. Next one, guys. We've got mountain climbers. So 10 mountain climbers. Right and left is 1. Then we've got 10 squat jumps. With these squat jumps, guys, I want you to try and reach to the floor and then lift up. But when you reach, we're not rounding through the torso, we are dropping through the hips. If you can't touch the floor without dropping through your upper body, then don't touch the floor. But use that reach to increase range in your squat. So again, 10 mountain climbers, 10 squat jumps. If you don't want to jump, calf raise out of that floor tap. 3, 2, 1, go. So plant the palms strong, guys. Elbows right below the shoulders, hands spread wide. Oh, now they've lost me. All right, so whoever my one Instagrammer is, Lori, I'm assuming. Oh, now Meredith's on. All right, guys, we're gonna end this and try again.